I notice a lot of people aren't wearing masks. It's not a good idea. The Asians have a better control over this. South Korea has the best containment, best testing, and everybody's wearing masks. So I thought I'd go over to the hospital and see and ask at the desk if they've had a lot of people coming in or not. Because a lot of people are, well, I've seen some people posting, the guy on the Dollar Vigilante channel posted a movie saying that's all a scam, it's a big hoax. And as someone who got it myself personally, I know it's not a hoax, it's not a small deal. It's a big deal. I still feel it in my lungs. Since the 27th I've been mostly recovered, but for 5 days there I was really sick. And I'm not all the way recovered. I got like 95% of my lung capacity, maybe a little less. And I can still feel this pain and kind of like a slight wheeziness. And I suspect it'll be a while, you know, as much as 2 to 4 months before my lungs are at, you know, back to normal, where I don't feel that crap, whatever that pain is. All right, so we'll find out in a minute here what kind of crowding we've got, if any. Well, if you had a job at the hospital, you're still working. Okay, so we're gonna go in and see what the story is. If we'll see if they'll talk to us, let us know what's going on. Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering to get some information about how many people have been coming through here. Do we have a lot?
We don't give that information out.
You don't give that information out? Okay.
Sorry.
Is there any way we can find out, or?
No.
No? Okay.
We don't talk about that kind of stuff. Do you want to be seen as a patient?
No, I don't. I just wanted to find out what like if you were getting a large volume of people, like the news.
Yeah, we don't really talk about that.
You can't talk about it? Okay.
Privacy laws.
Is that's an order of the hospital to?
It's privacy laws.
Oh, privacy laws.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that doesn't involve anybody in particular. It's just the amount of crowd you have coming through.
It varies on a different day. Every day is different.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Can I ask if you've seen any patients that have been?
No, we can't give.
You can't talk about that either. Okay.
No, we don't talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, we don't. Just out here. We're out here screening.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you.
Is there anything you could add to that? Like, is there any?
No.
Do you guys feel a sense of urgency at all right now, or?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
My name's Richard Bruce. I'm with Richard Bruce Truth Ministries. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really comfortable answering your questions.
Okay.
I just kind of feel like it's private information.
Okay.
So I'm just going to decline to say.
I'm sorry?
I'm just going to decline to say.
You're going to decline to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Is that by order of the hospital, or?
And not to mention anything else, but we're doing a job here.
Uh-huh.
So we can't really carry on this kind of conversation anyway.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you so much, though.
Okay.
Stay
Okay.
safe. Wash your hands.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
No better. Wash your hands.
Thank you.
You can't video camera it right there. Just want to let you know.
Hey. Huh. She just said, "Keep on going, my friend."
Oh, awesome! I'm videotaping also.
Yeah, they're assholes. They wouldn't even tell me whether anybody came by here or not.
This is so awesome. So I videotaped in. Yeah, this is great. I videotaped in the Ventura County area, Westlake Village, and there's a Paso Robles hospital. I have film on that. Zero. Nobody driving around, nobody, and I looked at the tent here to test people, and there's nobody in the tent.
There's nobody in the tent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because on the news you see it's packed,
Exactly.
and there's people there, and everybody's
I'm so glad
freaking
that
out.
you're awake.
And yeah.
I just got to take a quick photo of you because.
No, go ahead. You can video me too.
Yeah, so what did you find? Have
so-
you been to other hospitals?
No, because I'm local here, so
Okay.
I just wanted to see what the volume influx was,
Perfect.
and they were very defensive, and wouldn't answer if you go up and ask them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even tell me if there was a sense of urgency.
Okay.
They wouldn't tell me whether any corona. And I said, I'm not asking about anybody in particular. I just
Yes.
wanted to do you have a large volume. But I am really surprised at how defensive they were and nasty. And as I was walking away, what I was just saying when I came up to you, they go, "Keep moving, sir," because they were like telling me to get the F out of there because I was just, and then, by the way, I was not unfriendly. I told them my name's Richard Bruce. I have a YouTube channel. I upload individual vlog information, and they were just very rude. I mean, they could just tell me, if they've seen a lot of people, or anything kind of remotely, but they were very
Defensive. Well, we can see here. I mean, I've been here for at least 15 minutes, and there's been nobody coming in or out of the emergency room. So that's good news.
Yeah.
I'm in contact with the State Department of Public Health. I'm from Orange County. Orange County has 3.3 million people. There have been 5 deaths. I think 4 or 5 deaths.
4 or 5 deaths.
3.5 million people. I did the data today from CDC. The state of California usually has about 6,000, I call them, they're actually flu-related deaths because you don't die of the flu. You die of a respiratory complication of that a flu can contribute to or not. So if people have underlying problems with asthma or lung disease, heart failure, diabetes, I was told cancer, those would actually,
Unfortunately, you can't film on property.
Okay.
We'll stand. We're just chatting. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll stand over there. Okay, no problem. Yeah.
No, you got to get off property if you're gonna miss.
He's saying we have to get off property.
So.
Yeah. Well,
I'll let
I
you
think
know
there's
what I
something. I think that there's something fishy
Here they
because.
come. Here they come.
Yeah. I gotta go. Okay.
I'm gonna talk on the phone now.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Stop me from talking on the phone.
Yeah. Give me.
I don't have anyone's permission here to record.
Okay.
See, I'll be in touch, Richard Bruce.
Okay.
You post that on anything.
Sure.
law enforcement will
Sure, bud. Yeah. That was enlightening. Here they come. Wow, very suspicious, I would say. So, as you saw there, not only did they not give me even a clue of the urgency of the situation, but security guards came out and chased us off because I was filming. Now this is an emergency situation where news and everything else is going to be around, and people are going to be recording what's going on. And you mean to tell me that they actually have a mandate there that you can't film in the area? Really? All right, so that was weird. I decided to go up to the local ER where I would go if I'm having an emergency, and I've actually just been there recently. And I was actually surprised at what I saw. First of all, I wasn't expecting necessarily like a big crowd, but I mean at least a few people. But nothing and nobody, and it's not matching the news. Now, once again, I know it's real because I got it, and I know it is it because it's not like nothing I've experienced. Your lungs get messed up, as I was saying. And so, but I just wanted to see what, if because there was like I said, I saw some movies saying that, it's all just, it's all hype and it's may not be what they're telling us. So I thought I would just go to my local ER and just see if there was any, and as you saw that lady there, I didn't even get her name yet, but she said that, she was there for 15 minutes. She didn't see anybody. And but that's not the weird thing. The weird thing was how defensive and not telling me anything. I mean, I just want to know, like, what's the urgency? Is there anything going on? and they weren't telling me nothing. Like, like I was a hostile entity there, and as you could see, I wasn't unfriendly. I just wanted to know what was going on. And I mean, they could have at least said, oh, it's been pretty quiet here. It's not, But yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. But who knows? Maybe they just were copping an attitude. But there was nobody there. I mean, they could have just, told me whether there was an urgency or whether it was whether they see a lot of people. But they said, it varies from day to day. But that's no information at all. So as a matter of fact, though, even though, like for instance, I was just there for a few minutes, and she was there for 15, and that doesn't necessarily mean they aren't getting a lot of people coming in. But I just did find it strange because in that situation, in this emergency situation, people are going to be, everybody's going to be filming with their camera and everything. But once again, it could also be because I had my flip camcorder in my hand, and that does raise more suspicion than usual. But yeah, I thought that was a little bit strange how they were as rude as they were. And okay, so anyway, fine. That could, be coincidence or whatever. That's just a small snapshot. I wouldn't carry that, too far as far as what that means, because they could be getting a lot of people coming in and I just don't see them, or, they come in, sporadically or whatever. So, yeah. And then, so I thought I would just also update on my condition, which is that since the 27th, I've been a lot better. And but I'm bracing for the next wave, because what I hear is that it ping pong. So I've heard from several sources that you recover and then you go through another phase, and then you recover and then you go through another phase, as much as 3 phases or maybe more depending on your situation. I mean, I'm really hoping it'd be great if I was over this, but I probably am not, and so I'm just waiting for that next wave to hit. But if anybody is at least saying that it is not a big deal, it's minor, it's nothing to worry about. The whole thing, as far as taking it seriously goes, is no big deal. I gotta tell you, there was 5 days there where I was quite sick, and so if you're wondering whether this is real, because I know a lot of people are thinking that it's all fake, but I think if you experience what I experienced, you at least wouldn't be saying, now I know that they could be pulling stuff off and it's not what they're telling us and all that, and as you say, I was suspicious already. I just wanted to see what the volume was, and that was kind of strange, the way they acted, not telling me anything at all, and just kind of real defensive too. But maybe they were just, they didn't want to talk with me or whatever. They felt that, they didn't recognize me as a real reporter, because I'm not. I mean, I'm just some guy wanting to get questions, but I did have the video camera in my hand, so maybe they were just defensive, like they don't, they weren't used to being on camera. So that really could explain that. But I would say at least that this is real. This is the real story, and I wouldn't take it lightly. I would take all the precautions you can. Wear a mask, sanitize a lot. Actually, right now, I wouldn't go out quite as much, because I didn't come in contact with a lot of people. Now, easily I could have, coffee shops I was going out, from before the 10th, when I first noticed that slight sore throat, but I didn't get any symptoms until the 20th. So, coffee shops, walking around, shopping, but I don't think a lot of people in my area got it. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of ambulances or anything like that, so I don't know. And I heard the ambulances when they were coming for me and did that check, but they didn't notice that I had a fever or reduced lung capacity, so they didn't take me in for testing or anything like that. So I don't know. It just, and the vibe though that I just got from that place, that the hospital, that's my hospital, that's my ER, that's where I would go if I had an emergency. And I don't know, just the vibe, the way those security guards came out, like they're just being so defensive in this, kind of an emergency situation where people are, going to be, filming stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, but maybe it's, maybe I'm reading too much into that. I want to say whether that in particular is anything, conspiracy-ish, I don't know, but it just was kind of weird, I don't know. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, that's just one little piece of information. If I were to really, investigate it, I would have to, wait outside there, like for a full day at least, seeing how many people come in. But, people come in for all kinds of stuff all the time. So it would be hard to know who was coming in for what. But If you ask me, like every time you see the news, it's like, there's people crowding in like New York and they're making another, for beds and everything. But at least, I mean, I guess here in California, I mean, I hear that California is like one of the, not one of the main, like the three top ones, but it's still pretty high. It was, because we got Washington where there was a hot spot up there. So I don't know, but I don't see that many, I don't hear that many ambulances, and I don't see, hear a lot of people around, I mean, I probably, maybe, I don't know, a lot of people probably are afraid to, just like I am, like I don't want to announce to everybody right here in my building that I got it, so maybe a lot of people are just self-quarantining, keeping quiet, and not making not calling, but I was pretty freaked out. I got to tell you, when I got it, I mean, I was like, and you keep hearing how they're running out of respirators, and I got a real sense, I just got to tell you, I got a real sense that I was going to die. And I was pretty upset about it. And also I got these little panic attacks too. I'm ashamed to say. I mean, I thought I'd have a little bit more calm, clear head about it, but I was pretty worried about it. And I still think that it is a big deal. I mean, if I was an older person and the respiratory thing was getting a lot worse, yeah, I mean, it's something to worry about. I think what's different about this from the flu, the reason why it's a bigger deal and it's a lot bigger panic and everything, it's not just because it's new and different. It's because you can die a lot quicker, because usually with flu symptoms, I don't think people are dying so much of the pneumonia. Maybe they are, I don't know, but I don't think see, I didn't get a lot of congestion. I wasn't hacking up phlegm or coughing that much. It feels like you got a cough and there's pain in my lungs, but I wasn't, usually when I have a cold or the flu, whatever, there's a lot of, your snot's dripping and you got a fever and everything. I never got a fever. And just a little bit warmer than usual, so maybe like running a little bit of temperature, but I didn't get that as much. But usually if you got pain in your lungs, you're hacking up phlegm. But this one, I was feeling the pain and shortness of breath, but no phlegm. That's how I knew that there was something different. Like right away I could feel my chest tightening up, but there was no associated coughing or whatever that you normally get. So that's why I think that I knew that's what it was. I know a lot of people have experienced that. You know what it is. You can tell by the symptoms match. You got the whatever it is. If you don't believe I think it's a virus. I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine be. But maybe it's the way it's disseminated. What I was going to say was, I think that I caught it in the air. I think I just got it from just walking around. So that means that really, if that's true, and there's another source I heard that it's, in fact, I've heard it from two other sources that they say that they believe it's aerosolized. So it's in the stratosphere, it's in the air, spraying it all over. Because I mean, a Navy ship got it, and so all this, and the speed with which it, got around the globe is just, kind of makes me think that it's, it's not just spreading from person to person. It's, I mean, maybe. But my suspicion is that they're spraying it up in the atmosphere with the chemtrails. Maybe they're just decided to load it in with the chemtrails, and then it's just everywhere in the air. So I don't know, but I think it is a big deal. You should take all the precautions you can. I can tell you, it's no small deal. I was very, very sick, very dilapidated for about 5.5 days, and I finally started to pull out of it on the 26th, and then the 27th I really started to get my appetite back and still start to feel human again. I'm still a little bit kind of frazzled by it. I noticed my brain isn't quite as sharp, and I'm weird, vivid dreams still. And some people are complaining like their minds are getting overloaded with information. Some TIs on Facebook were saying that. I don't know that. All I know is that I got like a lot of spring fever, so I'm like having a lot more spring kind of thoughts, I don't want to elaborate too much on that, but I was just feeling that a lot more than usual somehow, just really strong, like, whoo. But at least I'm glad I'm feeling better, and but I'm bracing for that second wave. But I'll keep you guys updated, so peace out.